Hello students, this is Priyanka Kulkarni. In my previous video, I have explained addition, subtraction and multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. Today I will explain multiplication of matrices, that is multiplying two matrices. Let us understand the meaning of this. So before I explain the definition, there is one condition for multiplication, that is the multiplication of two matrices A and B is defined if the number of columns of A is equal to number of rows of B. That is, we can multiply two matrices A and B only if number of columns of A equal to number of rows of B. In case of addition and subtraction, we know that we can add two matrices or we can subtract one matrix from another only if both of the given matrices are of same order. That is the condition for addition and subtraction. But here we can multiply two matrices only if the number of columns of first matrix A is equal to number of rows of second matrix B. This is the condition for multiplication of two matrices A and B. Now observe here. Let A be M by N matrix and B be N by P matrix. Here order of matrix A is M by N. That is, A has M number of rows and N number of columns. And the order of B is N by P. That is, B has N number of rows and P number of columns. Now observe here, the number of columns of A is equal to number of rows of B. That is, these two matrices are satisfying the condition for multiplication of matrices. Therefore, we can multiply these two matrices A and B. Now, the product of these two matrices is again a matrix which will be of order M by P. What is M? M is number of rows of A. What is P? P is number of columns of B. Understand it carefully. We can multiply two matrices only if number of columns of A is equal to number of rows of B. Then the product of these two matrices will be again a matrix which will be of order M by P. That is, the number of rows of the product matrix will be equal to number of rows of the first matrix. Number of columns of this matrix will be equal to number of columns of second matrix B. That is, here A has the order M by N and matrix B has order N by P. Here number of columns of A equal to number of rows of B, therefore we can define the product. And the product of these two matrices, that is the matrix AB, is also a matrix. And this matrix will be of order M by P. That is, it is having the order number of rows of A by number of columns of B. Now in this product, to get ikth element Cik of the matrix C, here matrix C is same as matrix AB. Matrix C is the product of A and B. To get ikth element Cik of matrix C means to get the element lying in ith row and kth column of the matrix C. We take ith row of A and kth column of B, ith row of A and kth column of B, multiply them element wise and take the sum of all these products. That is, for example, to get element lying in first row, first column of matrix C or matrix AB, we take first row of A and first column of B multiply them element wise and then take the sum of all these products. Similarly, to get element lying in first row and second column of the matrix AB, we take first row of A and second column of B, multiply the corresponding elements and then take the sum of all these products. Let us understand this by an example. Here we have two matrices A and B. Matrix A is of order 2 by 2, that is 2 rows and 2 columns. Matrix B is of order 2 by 3, that is 2 rows and 3 columns. Now observe here, number of columns of A is equal to number of rows of B. So these matrices are satisfying the condition of multiplication of matrices. So we can multiply A and B, that is we can define the product of A and B. Now the product of these matrices A and B is a matrix AB having the order 2 by 3, that is number of rows of first matrix A and number of columns of second matrix B. The order of this product matrix will have number of rows which is same as number of rows of first matrix A and number of columns which is same as number of columns of second matrix B. So the order of AB is here 2 by 3. Now, how can we find the element of this matrix AB? To get first element of AB, that is element lying in first row, first column, we consider first row of matrix A and first column of matrix B, multiply them element wise, that is first element of first row of matrix A, 6, is multiplied with first element of first column of matrix B, 2, 6 into 2. Next, second element of first row of matrix A, 9, is multiplied with second element of first column of matrix B, 7, 9 into 7. Then we take sum of these products. 6 into 2 is 12, 9 into 7 is 63, their sum, adding them we get 75. 75 is first element of matrix AB. Next, to find second element of AB, that is element lying in first row, second column, we consider first row of matrix A and second column of matrix B and multiply them element wise, that is first element of first row of matrix A, 6, is multiplied with first element of second column of matrix B, 6, 6 into 6. Next, second element of first row of A is multiplied with second element of second column of B, 9 is multiplied with 9. Then we take the sum of these product. 36 plus 81 is 117. Next, to get third element of the matrix AB, that is element lying in first row, third column, we consider first row of A and third column of B. Multiply them element wise. 6 is multiplied with 0, that is first element of first row of A is multiplied with first element of third column of B. 9 is multiplied with 8. Second element of first row of A is multiplied with second element of third column of B. 6 into 0, 9 into 8, then we take their sum. So this gives us 0 plus 72, which is equal to 72. Now observe here, to find the elements of first row of AB, we have multiplied first row of A with each of the columns of B. Once we multiply first row of A with all the 3 columns of B. Then we go for next row of A, that is second row of A, and again we multiply second row of A with each of the columns of B to get elements of second row of matrix AB. So to find next element, that is element lying in second row first column of AB, second row first column of AB, we consider second row of matrix A and first column of matrix B, multiply them element wise. That is, first element of second row of A is multiplied with first element of first column of B. 2 is multiplied with 2. Next, second element of second row of A is multiplied with second element of first column of B. 3 is multiplied with 7. 2 into 2 is 4. 3 into 7 is 21. Now we take the sum of these products, which gives us 25. So this is the first element of second row of AB. Next, to find second element of second row of AB, that is element lying in second row second column, we consider second row of matrix A, second column of matrix B, multiply them element wise. That is, 2 is multiplied with 6. First element of second row is multiplied with first element of second column. 2 into 6. 3 is multiplied with 9. Second element of second row is multiplied with second element of second column. Then we take their sum, that is 12 plus 27, which gives us 39. Next, to find last element of second row of AB, that is element lying in second row third column, we consider second row of matrix A and third column of matrix B, multiply them element wise. 2 is multiplied with 0 and 3 is multiplied with 8. 2 into 0, 3 into 8, then we take their sum. This gives us 0 plus 24, which is 24. In this way, we find elements of AB. So this matrix is the product of the matrix A and matrices A and B, and we denote this matrix as AB. Okay, now suppose if we have to find matrix BA, that is product of matrices B and A, B into A. Again we have to check the condition for multiplication of matrices. To find BA, we consider matrix B as first matrix, matrix A as second matrix. Then what is the condition for multiplication? The number of columns of first matrix should be equal to number of rows of second matrix. So what are the number of columns here? Matrix B has 3 columns and matrix A has 2 rows. Number of columns of B is not equal to number of rows of A. Here the condition for multiplication is not satisfied, so we cannot find the product of B and A, or we cannot find the matrix BA. Here matrix BA is not defined. This clearly shows that matrix AB is defined. It doesn't imply that always matrix BA is also defined. So if AB is defined, then matrix BA need not be defined. Similarly, if matrix BA is defined, then matrix AB need not be defined. Observe the another example. Here I have considered two matrices A and B. Matrix A is of order 2 by 3. Matrix B is of order 3 by 2. Number of columns of A equal to number of rows of B, hence we can define the product. And the product will have the order which is equal to number of rows of A into number of columns of B, that is 2 by 2. Then here A into B is equal to matrix A into matrix B. First we multiply the first row of A with the first column of B element wise. That is 1 into 2 is 2. Minus 2 into plus 4 minus 8. Plus 3 into plus 2 is 6. First row is multiplied with first column. Element wise means first element of first row is multiplied with first element of first column. Second element of first row is multiplied with second element of first column. Third element of first row is multiplied with third element of first column. After completing first column, next multiply first row with second column element wise. 1 into 3 is 3. Minus 2 into 5 is minus 10. 3 into 1 is plus 3. Here we have only 2 columns in second matrix and we have multiplied the first row with both of the columns. After completing all columns of second matrix, consider second row of A. Multiply second row with first column of B. Minus 4 into 2 is minus 8. Plus 2 into 4 is 8. 5 into 2 is 10. Next multiply second row with second column of B. Minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. 2 into 5 is 10. 5 into 1 is 5. On simplifying this we get minus 2 plus 8 plus 6 0. Minus 3 plus 3 minus 10 plus 3 is minus 4. Minus 8 plus 8 plus 10 is 10. Minus 12 plus 10 plus 5 is 3. Suppose if I have to find BA, that is B into matrix A, we can define the product B into A. B into A only when number of columns of B equal to number of rows of A, that is number of columns of first matrix equal to number of rows of second matrix. Here the number of columns of B is 2, number of rows of A is 2. As they are equal, we can define BA. Then this product BA will be a matrix of order number of rows of B into number of columns of A. Here the number of rows of B is 3, number of columns of A is 3. BA will be a matrix of order 3 by 3. Let us find BA. B into A is matrix B into matrix A. Here first matrix is B, second matrix is A. We multiply element of first row with the corresponding element of first column of second matrix. That is 2 into 1 is 2. 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. Then adding these two, that is 2 plus of minus 12 is 2 minus 12, which results with minus 10. Next, multiply first row with second column. 2 into minus 2, 3 into plus 2, that is minus 4 plus 6, which is equal to 2. Next, first row, third column. 2 into 3, 6, plus 3 into 5, 15. 6 plus 15 is 21. Once we are completed with the product of first row with all columns of second matrix, we consider second row. Now multiply elements of second row of first matrix with the first column of second matrix element wise. 4 into 1 is 4. 5 into minus 4 is minus 20. Adding these products we get 4 plus of minus 20 is minus 16. Next multiply second row with second column. 4 into minus 2 minus 8 plus 5 into 2 10. Minus 8 plus 10 is plus 2. Next, second row, third column. 4 into 3, 12. 5 into 5, 25. 12 plus 25, 37. Next, third row, first column. 2 into 1, 2. 1 into minus 4, minus 4. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. Third row, second column. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. 1 into 2 is 2. Minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. Third row, third column. 2 into 3 is 6. 1 into 5 is 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. So this is matrix BA. Now observe here, AB is not equal to BA. So that is clearly AB is not equal to BA. Therefore, multiplication of matrices is not commutative. That is, AB is not equal to BA. Another example, we have matrix A of order 3 by 1, that is 3 rows and 1 column. Matrix B of order 1 by 3, 1 row and 3 columns. Now let us find the product of these matrices. We know that we can multiply two matrices only when number of columns of first matrix is equal to number of rows of second matrix. Here, number of columns of matrix A is 1, number of rows of second matrix B is 1, both are equal, hence these matrices satisfies the condition for multiplication of matrices, and we can find the product of A and B. Now also we know that the product of these two matrices will be again a matrix of order 3 by 3, number of rows of first matrix by number of columns of second matrix. Next, AB is equal to matrix A into matrix B. We know that the elements of this matrix AB are obtained by multiplying rows of matrix A with columns of second matrix B. To find first element of matrix AB, that is element lying in first row, first column, we consider first row of A, first column of B, multiply them element wise. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Here, first row of A has only one element and also first column of B has one element. As we do not have other elements in the row of A and column of B, to multiply those elements and add that product to this minus 1. So, minus 1 itself is the first element of AB here. To find second element of AB, that is element lying in first row, second column, we consider first row of A, second column of B, multiply them element wise. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 is the second element of AB. For next element lying in first row, third column, we consider first row of A and third column of B. 1 into 1 is 1. Here we have multiplied first row with all three columns of B and obtained elements of first row of AB. Next, to find elements of second row of AB, we consider second row of matrix A and multiply the second row with each of the columns of matrix B. For the first element of second row of AB, that is element lying in second row, first column, we consider second row of A and first column of B. Minus 4 into minus 1 is plus 4. Plus 4 is the element lying in second row, first column. For the next element lying in second row, second column, we consider second row of A and second column of B. Minus 4 into 2 is minus 8. Minus 8 is the required element. For the next element lying in second row, third column, we consider second row of A, third column of B. Minus 4 into plus 1 is minus 4. This is the element of second row, third column of AB. Next, for the elements of third row, we consider third row of A and multiply this third row with each of the columns of matrix B. For the first element of third row of AB, element lying in third row, first column, we consider third row of matrix A and first column of matrix B. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. Minus 3 is the element lying in third row, first column. For next element lying in third row, second column, we consider third row of A, second column of B. Multiply them element wise. 3 into 2 is 6. 6 is the element lying in third row, second column. For the last element lying in third row, third column, we consider third row of A, third column of B. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 is the required element of AB. So, this is the matrix AB, which is the product of A and B, and it is of order 3 by 3. Next, we find the product of matrices B and A, that is the matrix BA. We know that to define the product BA, the condition for multiplication of matrices is number of columns of first matrix B must be equal to number of rows of second matrix A. Here, number of columns of B is 3. Number of rows of A is 3. Number of columns of B is equal to number of rows of A. It is satisfying the condition for multiplication of B and A. So, we can define the product BA. And we know that this product BA is again a matrix, and it will be of order 1 by 1, that is number of rows of first matrix by number of columns of second matrix. In this product BA, the first matrix is B, second matrix is A. Then the matrix BA will be of order 1 by 1, that is having only one row and one column. Let us find this matrix. BA is equal to matrix B into matrix A. To obtain the elements of BA, we multiply rows of B with columns of A. For the first element, we consider first row of B and first column of A. Minus 1 into 1 is minus 1. 2 into minus 4 is minus 8. 1 into 3 is 3. Next, we add these products. Minus 1 plus of minus 8 plus 3. Minus 1 minus 8 plus 3 is minus 6. This is the first element of BA. Next, to find the second element, we have to multiply first row of B with the second column. But here, matrix A has only one column. So, we cannot find the element lying in first row, second column of BA. And suppose if I have to find the element of second row of BA, we have to consider second row of B. But here, matrix B has only one row. We cannot find any other elements here. Then, the matrix BA has only one element, that is minus 6. And BA is of order 1 by 1. Clearly here, for any two matrices A and B, matrix AB need not be equal to matrix BA. That is, commutative property doesn't satisfy for multiplication of matrices. Next, zero matrix as the product of two non-zero matrices. Look at the following example first, then I'll explain this topic. Here we have two matrices A and B. Now we have to find the product AB. The product of these two matrices AB is obtained by multiplying matrix A to matrix B. So to find this product, we multiply first row of A with first column and then we add the product. 0 into 3 is 0 plus minus 1 into 0 is 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0. Next, first row, second column. 0 into 5 is 0, minus 1 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. Next, second row, first column. 0 into 3 is 0, 2 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. Second row, second column. 0 into 5 is 0, 2 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. The product of AB is a matrix containing all elements 0. We already know that a matrix containing all elements 0 is a 0 matrix. So here we are getting the product of AB as a 0 matrix, even though the given matrices A and B are not 0. We know that in case of multiplication of two numbers, if the product of two numbers A and B is 0, then either A is 0 or B is 0. That is, if the product of two numbers is 0, then either of the numbers is 0 or both of the numbers can be 0. But this is not the case in multiplication of matrices. In multiplication of matrices, the product of two matrices can be 0 even if none of the given matrices is 0. Now, let us see the statement. If the product of two matrices is a 0 matrix, then it is not necessary that one of the matrices is a 0 matrix. Let us see some important points of multiplication of matrices. First one, if AB is defined, then BA need not be defined. We have understood this in first example of multiplication of matrices. Look at that example. Here, matrix A is of order 2 by 2 and matrix B is of order 2 by 3. Here, number of columns of A is equal to number of rows of B. Hence, we can define the matrix AB. But number of columns of B is not equal to number of rows of A. Hence, as here number of columns of B is not equal to number of rows of A, we cannot define matrix BA because it is not satisfying the condition of multiplication of matrices. This shows that if AB is defined, then BA need not be defined. Second point, if A, B are respectively matrices of order M by N and K by L, then both AB and BA are defined if and only if N equal to K and L equal to M. This is similar to the first point. If A and B are of order M by N and K by L respectively, then AB will be defined only if number of columns of A equal to number of rows of B. That is, if N is equal to K. And BA will be defined if number of columns of B equal to number of rows of A. Number of columns of B is here L. Number of rows of A is here M. So BA will be defined if M is equal to L or L is equal to M. Therefore, both matrices AB and BA will be defined if and only if N equal to K and L equal to M. Third point, if AB and BA are both defined, it is not necessary that AB is equal to BA. As we already saw the example here, in this example, both AB and BA are defined, but AB is not equal to BA. So this is that Even though both the products are defined, it is not necessary that they satisfy commutative property. Fourth point. Suppose if the product of two matrices is 0, it is not necessary that one of the matrices is 0, as we already discussed that in the previous example, that the product of AB is 0 but A and B are non-zero. So if the product is 0, it is not necessary that one of the matrices is 0. Fifth one. For any three matrices A, B and C of same order, if A equal to B, then A into C equal to B into C. But here the converse is not true. Sixth one. A into A, the product of matrix A with itself, gives the matrix A square. Similarly, A into A gives the matrix A cube, and so on. So these are the important points regarding the product of matrices. Next, properties of multiplication of matrices. So as we discussed the properties in addition and scalar multiplication, multiplication of matrices also satisfies some of the properties. Let us see one by one. First one, associative law. For any three matrices A, B and C, AB into C is equal to A into BC. The product of matrices satisfies associative property whenever both sides of equality are defined. It satisfies associative only when both sides are defined. Second one, distributive property. For any three matrices A, B and C, matrix A into B plus C equal to AB plus AC, and A plus B into C is equal to AC plus AB. So here multiplication of matrices satisfies distributive property whenever both sides of equality are defined. Next, existence of multiplicative identity. We already know that suppose if I have any number 2, then multiplying 1 to this number gives us the same number 2. Similarly, 1 into 2 is also equal to 2. Hence here we conclude that 1 as multiplicative identity of the product of two numbers. Similarly, in case of matrices, multiplicative identity is a matrix on which multiplying with the given matrix A, we get the same matrix A. So, which matrix can be the multiplicative identity here? We know that identity matrix is a matrix which is a square matrix with all diagonal entries are 1 and non-diagonal elements are 0. Identity matrix is a multiplicative identity because on multiplying matrix A with the identity, we get matrix A itself. Similarly, multiplying I to matrix A, again we get matrix A. So, in multiplication, we consider identity matrix as multiplicative identity. We can understand this by an example. For example, I'll consider matrix A containing elements 1, 2, 3, minus 1. Matrix A is of order 2 by 2 and identity matrix I. We know that the order of the identity matrix is chosen depending on the given example. Then what should be the order of identity matrix I? Here we are defining the product of the matrices A and I. That is, we are defining the matrix AI. The condition for multiplication of matrices is number of columns of first matrix A should be equal to number of rows of second matrix I. Here the number of columns of A is 2. Then the number of rows of I also should be 2. Also we know that identity matrix is always a square matrix. That is, number of rows and number of columns of this matrix are always equal. If number of rows is 2, then number of columns of I also should be 2. So this is the order of identity matrix. And also we know that the diagonal elements of identity matrix are 1 and non-diagonal elements are 0. This is the identity matrix. Now, the product of these matrices A and I is again a matrix with the order 2 by 2. Number of rows of A, number of columns of I. And the elements of this matrix are obtained by multiplying rows of A with the columns of I and adding the product. Consider first row and first column. First row of A and first column of I. 1 into 1 is 1, 2 into 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is the first element of the matrix AI. Consider first row, second column. 1 into 0 is 0, 2 into 1 is 2, 0 plus 2 is 2 is the second element of AI. Second row of A, first column of I. 3 into 1 is 3, minus 1 into 0 is 0, 3 plus 0 is 3. This is the third element. Second row, second column. 3 into 0 is 0, minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, 0 plus of minus 1 is minus 1. This is the matrix AI. Now observe here, the matrix AI is same as matrix A. So matrix AI is equal to matrix A. Again, let us find the matrix IA, that is product of the matrices I and matrix A. To define this product, again the condition for multiplication is number of columns of I must be equal to number of rows of A. Here number of columns of I is 2. Number of rows of A is 2. As the number of columns of I is equal to number of rows of A, we can define the product IA. Here the first matrix is I and second matrix is A. So to find the elements of this matrix, we multiply rows of I with columns of A. For the first element, consider first row of I and first column of A. 1 into 1 is 1, 0 into 3 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1. First row, second column. 1 into 2 is 2, 0 into minus 1 is 0, 2 plus 0 is 2. Second row, first column. 0 into 1 is 0, 1 into 3 is 3, 0 plus 3 is 3. Second row of I, second column of A. 0 into 2 is 0, 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Now observe here, again this product is also equal to A. So we are getting A into I is equal to A. Also it is equal to I into A. This is the condition for existence of identity for multiplication. So we consider matrix I, that is identity matrix, is a multiplicative identity for multiplication of matrices. Now suppose if the matrix A is not a square matrix, that is, suppose if matrix A is of order 3 by 2, matrix A is of order 3 by 2, then to find the matrix AI, the condition is number of columns of A must be equal to number of rows of I. It is satisfying the condition, so we can define AI. And the result of this AI is again matrix A. But to find the matrix IA, the condition is number of columns of I, first matrix I, must be equal to number of rows of second matrix A. But here number of columns of I is 2 and number of rows of A is 3. It is not satisfying the condition for multiplication, so we cannot define IA. So if IA is not defined, then identity doesn't exist for product in case of a matrix which is not a square. Identity exists only for a square matrix. Identity is defined only for a square matrix. So read the statement once again. The existence of multiplicative identity. For every square matrix A, we can consider the identity, multiplicative identity, only for square matrix. For every square matrix A, there exists an identity matrix of same order. Identity matrix must have order same as given matrix A. In this example, we have considered the order of I as 2, which is same as the order of A, such that I into A equal to A into I is equal to A. So this is the property of existence of identity. Let us verify associative property of multiplication of matrices by the following example. In this example, we have 3 matrices A, B and C. The question is to find A into BC, AB into C and show that AB into C is equal to A into BC. That is, we have to show that multiplication of matrices satisfy associative property. First we find AB. AB is product of matrices A and B. We know that AB is defined only when number of columns of A is equal to number of rows of B. Here matrix A has 3 columns and matrix B has 3 rows. As the number of columns of A is equal to number of rows of B, we can define the multiplication of matrices A and B. Let us find AB here. To find AB, we multiply first row of matrix A to corresponding element of first column of matrix B, and then we add the product, that is 1 into 1 plus 1 into 0 plus minus 1 into minus 1, which is 1 plus 0 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Next, first row, second column of B. 1 into 3 is 3. 1 into 2 is 2. Minus 1 into 4 is minus 4. 3 plus 2 minus 4 is 1. We have multiplied first row to both of the columns of matrix B. Now, once all the columns of matrix B are multiplied with first row, we go for second row of matrix A. Again, we multiply second row by first column of B, element wise. That is, 2 into 1 is 2, 0 into 0 is 0, 3 into minus 1 is minus 3, 2 plus 0 minus 3 is minus 1. Next, second row, second column. 2 into 3 is 6, 0 into 2 is 0, 3 into 4 is 12, 6 plus 0 plus 12 is 18. We have multiplied second row to both of the columns of B. Next, we consider third row. We multiply third row with first column of B. 3 into 1 is 3, minus 1 into 0 is 0, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, 3 plus 0 minus 2 is 1. Next, second row of A with second column of B. 3 into 3 is 9, minus 1 into 2 minus 2, 2 into 4 is 8. 9 minus 2 plus 8 is 15. So this is matrix AB. Now we find AB into C. AB is one matrix, C is another matrix. AB into C is the product of the two matrices AB and C. Again here, this product is defined only when number of columns of first matrix AB is equal to number of rows of second matrix C. Observe here, matrix AB has 2 columns. Matrix C have 2 rows. Number of columns of first matrix equal to number of rows of second matrix. Hence, we can define the product AB and C. Let us find the product. AB into C is, we multiply first row with first column. 2 into 1 is 2. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. This is the first element of the product. Next, first row, second column. 2 into 2 is 4. 1 into 0 is 0. 4 plus 0 is 4. This is the second element of the product. Next, first row, third column. 2 into 3 is 6. 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So this is the third element of the resultant matrix. Next, first row, fourth column. 2 into 4 minus 4 is minus 8. 1 into 1 is 1. Minus 8 plus 1 is minus 7. We have multiplied first row with all columns of B. After completing all columns of B, next we consider second row of A. And we multiply second row of A with again all columns of B. Second row, first column. Minus 1 into 1 is minus 1. 18 into 2 is 36. Minus 1 plus 36 is 35. Second row, second column. Minus 1 into 2, minus 2. 18 into 0, 0. Minus 2 plus 0 is minus 2. Second row, third column. Minus 1 into 3 is minus 3. 18 into minus 2 is minus 36, minus 39. As this minus 39 obtained by multiplying second row of first matrix with the third column, this minus 39 lies in second row, third column of the resultant matrix. Next, second row, fourth column. Minus 1 into minus 4 is plus 4. 18 into 1 is 18. 4 plus 18 is 22, which is obtained by multiplying second row first matrix with fourth column. So this result is written in second row, fourth column of resultant matrix. Next, we consider third row of first matrix AB. Third row is 115. Multiply third row of this 115 with first column. 1 into 1 is 1. 15 into 2 is 30. 1 plus 30 is 31. Third row, second column. 1 into 2 is 2. 15 into 0 is 0. 2 plus 0 is 2. Third row, third column. 1 into 3 is 3. 15 into minus 2 is minus 30. 3 minus 30 is minus 27. Third row, fourth column. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. 15 into 1 is 15. Minus 4 plus 15 is 11. So this is matrix AB into C. Next we find BC. BC is the product of matrices B and C. This product can be defined only when number of columns of B is equal to number of rows of C. Here the matrix B has 2 columns and matrix C has 2 rows. As the number of columns of B equal to number of rows of C, we can define the product BC. Here BC is equal to first row of B into first column of C, that is 1 into 1 is 1, 3 into 2 is 6, 1 plus 6 is 7. Next, first row second column. 1 into 2 is 2, 3 into 0 is 0, 2 plus 0 is 2. Next, first row, third column. 1 into 3 is 3, 3 into minus 2 is minus 6, 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Next, first row, fourth column. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4, 3 into 1 is 3, minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. We have multiplied first row of B with all columns of C. Next we consider second row of B. Second row of B, first column of C. 0 into 1 is 0, 2 into 2 is 4, 0 plus 4 is 4. Here this result 4 is obtained by multiplying second row of B, first column of C. So this element lie in the position of second row, first column of BC. Next, second row, second column. 0 into 2, 2 into 0, that is 0. Second row, third column. 0 into 3, 0. 2 into minus 2, minus 4. 0 minus 4 is minus 4. Second row, fourth column. 0 into minus 4, 0. 2 into 1, 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. Next, third row, first column. Minus 1 into 1, minus 1. 4 into 2, 8. Minus 1 plus 8 is 7. Third row, second column. Minus 1 into 2, minus 2. 4 into 0, 0. Minus 2 plus 0, minus 2. Third row, third column. Minus 1 into 3, minus 3. 4 into minus 2, minus 8. Minus 3 minus 8, minus 11. Third row, fourth column. Minus 1 into minus 4, plus 4. 4 into 1, 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. This is matrix BC. Next we find A into BC. That is the product of A and BC. We know that this product is defined only when number of columns of A equal to number of rows of BC. Here A has 3 columns and BC has 3 rows. As the number of columns of A equal to number of rows of BC, we can define A into BC. So this is obtained by multiplying rows of A with columns of BC. First row into first column. 1 into 7 plus 1 into 4 plus minus 1 into 7 gives us 7 plus 4 minus 7, which is 4. First row, second column, 1 into 2, 1 into 0, minus 1 into minus 2 gives us 2 plus 0 plus 2, which is 4. First row, third column, 1 into minus 3, 1 into minus 4, minus 1 into minus 11 is minus 3 minus 4 plus 11, which is equal to 4. First row, fourth column, 1 into minus 1, 1 into 2, minus 1 into 8 is minus 1 plus 2 minus 8, which is minus 7. Next, second row, first column, 2 into 7 plus 0 into 4 plus 3 into 7 is 14 plus 0 plus 21, which is 35. Second row, second column, 2 into 2, 0 into 0, 3 into minus 2 is 4 plus 0 minus 6, which is minus 2. Next, second row, third column, 2 into minus 3, 0 into minus 4, 3 into minus 11, which is minus 6 plus 0 minus 33, which is equal to minus 39. Next, second row, fourth column, 2 into minus 1, 0 into 2, 3 into 8, which is minus 2 plus 0 plus 24, which is equal to 22. Next, we consider third row of matrix A. Third row, first column, 3 into 7 plus minus 1 into 4 plus 2 into 7, which is 21 minus 4 plus 14, which is equal to 31. Next, third row, second column, 3 into 2 plus minus 1 into 0 plus 2 into minus 2, which is 6 plus 0 minus 4, which is equal to 2. Third row, third column, 3 into minus 3 plus minus 1 into minus 4 plus 2 into minus 11, which is minus 9 plus 4 minus 22 equal to minus 27. Third row, fourth column, 3 into minus 1, minus 1 into 2, 2 into 8, that is 3 minus 2 plus 16, which is 11. So this is matrix A into BC. Now compare the matrix A into BC with AB into C. Both the matrices are same. Then we conclude that AB into C equal to A into BC. That is, matrix multiplication satisfies associative property. Next, let us verify distributive property. We consider three matrices A, B and C. The question is to find AC, BC, A plus B into C, and also to verify that the distributive property, that is A plus B into C equal to AC plus BC. First let us find A plus B. A plus B is sum of two matrices A and B, which is obtained by adding the corresponding elements of A and B. A plus B is 0 plus 0, 0, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 8, minus 6 plus 1, minus 5, 0 plus 0, 0, 8 plus 2, 10, 7 plus 1, 8, minus 8 plus 2, minus 6, 0 plus 0, 0. This is A plus B. Next, we find the multiplication of matrices A plus B and C. We can define the product only when the number of columns of first matrix equal to number of rows of second matrix. So here, number of columns of the matrix A plus B is 3. Number of rows of the matrix C is also 3. Number of columns of A plus B equal to number of rows of C. Hence, we can define the product A plus B into C. Let us multiply that. First row, first column, 0 into 2 plus 7 into minus 2 plus 8 into 3, that is 0 minus 14 plus 24, which is 10. And here we do not have another column in the second matrix, so we directly go to the second row of first matrix. We multiply element of second row with element of corresponding element of columns of matrix C. Minus 5 into 2 plus 0 into minus 2 plus 10 into 3, which is minus 10 plus 0 plus 30, it is equal to 20. Next we consider third row of A plus B with column of C. 8 into 2 plus minus 6 into minus 2 plus 0 into 3, which is 16 plus 12 plus 0, it is equal to 28. This is A plus B into C. Next we find AC, that is the product A into C. Multiply first row of A with column of C, that is 0 into 2 plus 6 into minus 2 plus 7 into 3, which is 9. As this second matrix C has only one column, we multiply the first row of A with only one column of C. Next consider second row. Multiply second row with the column of C. Minus 6 into 2 plus 0 into minus 2 plus 8 into 3, which is equal to 12. Next third row of A with column of C. 7 into 2 plus minus 8 into minus 2 plus 0 into 3, which is equal to 30. This is matrix AC. Next BC. B into C. Again we multiply first row of B with column of C. 0 into 2 plus 1 into minus 2 plus 1 into 3, which is 1. Next second row, first column, 1 into 2 plus 0 into minus 2 plus 2 into 3, which is 8. As this 8 is the resultant of the sum of the product of elements of second row first matrix with first column, so this element lies in 8 lies in second row first column, Next third row of B with column of C. 1 into 2 plus 2 into minus 2 plus 0 into 3, which is minus 2. This is BC. Let us add AC and BC, that is the sum of these two matrices. It is the sum of the corresponding elements. 9 plus 1 is 10, 12 plus 8 is 20, 30 minus 2 is 28. Now compare this matrix AC plus BC with the matrix A plus B into C. A plus B into C. A plus B into C is a column matrix, that is a matrix having only one column with the elements 10, 20, 28. AC plus BC is also a column matrix with the elements 10, 20, 28, which are same as the matrix A plus B into C. Therefore, we conclude that A plus B into C equal to AC plus BC. Next example, we have matrix A. Now we have to show that A cube minus 23A minus 40I is equal to 0. We already know that A into A is matrix A cube. So to find the matrix A cube, first we find A square, that is A into A, multiplying matrix A with matrix A itself. We already know how to multiply the matrices, that is we multiply first row of A with the first column of second matrix element wise. 1 into 1 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4, which is 19. First row, second column, 1 into 2 plus 2 into minus 2 plus 3 into 2 is 3 into 2 is 4. First row, third column, 1 into 3 plus 2 into 1 plus 3 into 1 is 8. Next, second row, first column, 3 into 1 plus minus 2 into 3 plus 1 into 4, which is 1. Second row, second column, 3 into 2 plus minus 2 into minus 2 plus 1 into 2 is 12. Second row, third column, 3 into 3 plus minus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 1 is 8. Next, consider third row. Third row, first column, 4 into 1 plus 2 into 3 plus 1 into 4, which is 14. Third row, second column, 4 into 2 plus 2 into minus 2 plus 1 into 2, which is 6. Third row, third column, 4 into 3 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 1 is 15. This is a square. Next, to find a cube, we multiply a with a square. This is matrix A and this is matrix A square. First row, first column, 1 into 19 plus 2 into 1 plus 3 into 14 is 63. First row, second column, 1 into 4 plus 2 into 12 plus 3 into 6 is 46. First row, third column, 1 into 8 plus 2 into 8 plus 3 into 15 is 69. Next, second row, first column, 3 into 19 plus minus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 14 is 69. Second row, second column, 3 into 4 minus 2 into 12 plus 1 into 6 is minus 6. Second row, third column, 3 into 8 plus minus 2 into 8 plus 1 into 15 is 23. Next, third row, first column, 4 into 19 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 14, which is 92. Third row, second column, 4 into 4 plus 2 into 12 plus 1 into 6 is 46. Third row, third column, 4 into 8 plus 2 into 8 plus 1 into 15 is 63. This is a cube. Now we have to show that a cube minus 23a minus 40i is equal to 0. Let us consider the LHS of this equation, that is a cube minus 23a minus 40i. We have determined a cube. Let us substitute the matrix A cube. And the second term is here minus 23a. 23a is scalar multiplication of a matrix. That is here 23 is a scalar multiplying 23 to the matrix A. Multiplying 23 to the matrix A. And the third term is 40i. 40i means we know that identity matrix is denoted by I. Here we multiply scalar value 40 to the identity matrix I. And identity matrix will be a square matrix, we consider the order of this identity depending on the example. In this example, we have matrix A of order 3, so we considering identity matrix of order 3, which is same as order of matrix A. First matrix as it is. Now let us multiply 23 to the second matrix, that is A. We multiply 23 to each element of this matrix A. 23 into 1, 23. 23 into 2, 46. Here we are multiplying minus 23 to each of the terms, so that I can write these two matrices as sum of the matrices. So I am multiplying minus 23 into 1, minus 23, minus 23 into 2, minus 46, minus 23 into 3, minus 69, minus 23 into 3, minus 69, minus 23 into minus 2, 46, minus 23 into plus 1, minus 23, minus 23 into 4, minus 92, minus 23 into 2, minus 46, minus 23 into 1, minus 23. In the third term, multiply minus 40 to each of the terms of identity matrix. Minus 40 into 1, minus 40, minus 40 into 0 is 0, minus 40 into 0 is similarly 0, minus 40 into 0 is 0, minus 40 into 1 is minus 40, minus 40 into 0 is 0, minus 40 into 0 is 0, minus 40 into 0 is 0, minus 40 into 1 is minus 40. Now observe here, multiplying the scalar to the identity matrix gives us the same scalar in the diagonal elements of the identity matrix. Now let us add these three matrices. That is, we add the elements, corresponding elements of all these three matrices. 63 plus of minus 23 plus of minus 60 is 0. 63 minus 23 minus 40 is 0. 46 plus of minus 46 plus 0, that is 46 minus 46 plus 0 is 0. 69 plus of minus 69 plus 0. 69 minus 69 plus 0 is 0. 69 plus of minus 69 is plus 0. 69 minus 69 plus 0 is 0. Similarly, minus 6 plus 46 minus 40 is 0. 23 minus 23 plus 0 is 0. 92 minus 92 plus 0 is 0. 46 minus 46 plus 0 is 0. 63 minus 23 minus 40 is 0, which is nothing but a 0 matrix of order 3 and is denoted by O. Hence, we have proved that A cube minus 23A minus 40I is 0. Next example. If A is a matrix containing element 3, minus 2, 4, minus 2 and I is a identity matrix, then find K so that A square is equal to Ka minus 2I. They have given the equation. Using this equation, we have to find the value of K. Here K is a scalar which is multiplying to matrix A. First, let us find A square. A square is obtained by multiplying the matrix A with itself. So, multiply A and A. First row, first column, 3 into 3 plus minus 2 into 4 is 1. First row, second column, 3 into minus 2 plus minus 2 into minus 2 is minus 2. second row first column, 4 into 3 plus minus 2 into 4 is 4. Second row second column, 4 into minus 2 plus minus 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. So this is a square. Now let us substitute the value of a square, a and I in the given equation. We get a square equal to k minus 2i will be a square equal to k into matrix A minus 2 into identity matrix I. Multiply k to each of the elements of matrix A, that is k into 3, 3k, minus 2k, k into 4, 4k, k into minus 2, minus 2k, and multiply 2 to each of the elements of identity matrix I. Minus, as it is, 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 0 is 0, 2 into 0 is 0, 2 into 1 is 2. In the RHS we have difference of two matrices. Let us take the subtraction. 3k minus 2 is 3k minus 2, minus 2k minus 0 is minus 2k, 4k minus 0 is 4k, minus 2k minus 2 is minus 2k minus 2. In the LHS we have a square. Since we have equality between two matrices and we know that two matrices are equal only when the corresponding elements are equal. So let us equate the corresponding element, that is first element of the matrix in the LHS equal to first element of the matrix in the RHS. 1 is equal to 3k minus 2. 3k minus 2 is 1. So taking minus 2 to the RHS we get 1 plus 2 which is 3. 3k equal to 3 implies k is equal to 1. Thus the value of k is 1. Also you can compare the second elements. Minus 2 in the LHS is equal to minus 2k. Minus 2 equal to minus 2k. On solving this we getting again k is equal to 1. Similarly, third element 4 equal to 4k, which also gives k equal to 1, and minus 4 equal to minus 2k minus 2, which also results with k equal to 1. Hence the value of k is 1. In my next video, I will discuss transpose of a matrix, symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. Thank you for watching.